Hey Reds, welcome back to MUFC Corner, the home of every passionate Manchester United fan. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat on all things United. Today, we've got some massive transfer news that could shake up our attack next season. Let's dive right in. So, the big headline, Manchester United are about to open talks with Brentford for Bryan Mbeumo. Yes, you heard that right. The Cameroonian forward, who's been tearing it up in the Premier League, is reportedly keen to make the switch to Old Trafford. And get this, he's got interest from Arsenal, Newcastle, and Spurs, but United is his preferred destination. How about that for a statement of intent? Now, before we get into what Mbeumo could bring to United, let's talk about why this move is so important. Last season was, let's be honest, a bit of a disaster. We finished 15th in the league. 15th. That's not the United we know and love. The only real shining light was Bruno Fernandes, who kept delivering with goals and assists even when the rest of the team was struggling. There's been a lot of talk about his future, with some pundits even suggesting we should cash in if a big offer comes in. But the latest is that Bruno's staying, and honestly, we need him now more than ever. But let's face it, our attack desperately needs a boost. Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee managed just 17 goals between them last season. That's not good enough for a club with our ambitions. We need someone who can hit the ground running, someone with proven Premier League experience, and someone who can take some of the pressure off Bruno. Enter Bryan Mbeumo. Brentford's boss, Thomas Frank, has called him incredible, and for good reason. Last season, Mbeumo scored 20 Premier League goals and chipped in with 8 assists. That's more than our main strikers combined. He's quick, direct, and knows how to find the back of the net. Plus, he's done it all in the Premier League, so there's no question about whether he can handle the physicality or the pace of the English game. Now, you might be wondering, what's it going to take to get him? Brentford are reportedly asking for around £60 million. It's a big fee, but when you look at what he's produced, it could be a bargain if he helps fire us back up the table. And let's not forget, we've spent big before on players who haven't delivered. This time, it feels different. Mbeumo has shown he can do it in this league, and he's hungry for the next step. Let's talk tactics for a second. Imagine Mbeumo lining up on the right, with Bruno pulling the strings behind him, and Cunha, our new Brazilian signing, providing that extra flair and movement up front. Suddenly, we've got options. We're not just relying on one or two players to create something out of nothing. We can rotate, we can mix things up, and we can actually scare defenders again. But it's not just about the numbers or the tactics. Signing Mbeumo would send a message to the fans, to our rivals, and to the rest of the league. After a tough season, we need to show that we're serious about getting back to the top. Mbeumo wants to be here. He's chosen United over Champions League football at Arsenal. That's huge. It shows that the pull of Old Trafford is still strong even after a rough year. Of course, there are challenges. Brentford aren't going to let him go without a fight. They know how valuable he is, and they'll want every penny. But with Mbeumo pushing for the move and United ready to invest, there's real optimism that a deal can be done. The next few weeks are going to be crucial. Let's take a quick look at what the fans are saying. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you pay £60 million for Mbeumo? Do you think he's the missing piece in our attack? Or would you rather see that money spent elsewhere? I want to hear from you. And don't forget, this isn't the only move United are making. The club's transfer strategy looks a lot smarter this summer. We're targeting players who know the league, who have something to prove, and who can make an immediate impact. No more big names just for the sake of it. It feels like we're finally learning from past mistakes. If we can get Mbeumo in, keep Bruno motivated, and integrate Cunha quickly, I genuinely believe we can turn things around next season. The squad will have more balance, more creativity, and crucially, more goals. That's what we've been missing. So what's next? Well, talks are set to begin soon. Brentford will play hardball, but United are determined. If all goes well, we could see Mbeumo in a United shirt before pre-season kicks off. Imagine the buzz around Old Trafford if that happens. Alright, Reds, that's all the latest on the Bryan Mbeumo situation. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any updates. We'll be covering every twist and turn right here on MUFC Corner. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with your fellow Reds, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, glory, glory Man United. See you in the next one.